Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Anchorage Advisory Committee. Today is Monday, January 26, 2026, and it is time for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call. We'll start at this end.
Ed Schoonover.
Dad Lawwell. Whoops. Dad Lawwell.
Chris Riedel-King.
John Wesley Nash.
Sam Lurie.
Curtis Ludwig.
And Jennifer is excused today with the death in her family, so I want to extend our condolences to her and her family. Public comment. I see no one in the audience. So we will move on to approval of the minutes from November 24th, 2025. Does anybody have any questions, suggestions, amendments?
I motion to approve the minutes as released.
All right, we have a motion from John Wesley Nash. Do we have a second?
Second, Lawwell.
All right, second by Ted. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, minutes approved unanimously. Okay, staff report and updates. Curtis.
Alrighty, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to fill you in. I know this is our first meeting back since before the holidays, so I just hope everybody had a good holidays and a good start to their new year. Just some things I just want to touch base on that has happened since those past 2 months. So since then, we have christened our new workboat. Our chair did a great job at the christening. So that boat now is in full service. We have been working mooring balls with that. We have been able to pick up some debris out of canals with it and doing our environmental runs with it. So the boat is, paying for itself, and we hope to have that vessel for the town for a long time to come. So very, very excited about that. We also have the enforcement boat. We put the enforcement boat in the shop after we reclaimed it from when it got found again. From when it got stolen. So we have been in the process of getting that boat up and running. We had some parts changed out on it to the engine. We had to replace some fuel lines and some other things on it. So we just got that boat back last week. So that is, we have put it in the water, ran it. We are working to find a slip for that down at Walker's Cay. So we have an agreement and a contract with them that we are I'm going to reach out to them this week to discuss, see if we can get a wet slip from them. So the plan is to put the enforcement boat on the south end to do our canal runs and enforcement work, and that'll be with Code. So we are looking forward to picking that back up here shortly. The pump out boat is running fine. Our pump outs have increased. The boats in our mooring field for the season, we had a big increase over the holidays. It slacked off a little bit, but we can see it slowly picking up. We are, I'm pretty much full in the first and second field right now. So all of our availability is working into that third field right outside Salty Sam's. We are still in works with the Coast Guard of getting the mooring balls 4 through 9 back into service. We talked to them last week. They are still in the process of getting out here to us. The Coast Guard construction tender Anvil out of St. Pete, they will be the ones that are going to put the channel markers on the reflection points of the channel, which should open up those more balls and give us room. So when the vessels are on the balls, their swing radius is not going to impede the channel. So we shouldn't have that. We should not have that issue any longer once that is done. That vessel, the Anvil, the construction tender, is going to be going into dry dock. They told us around March or April, I believe. So they're trying to fit us in before that, and we're hoping that is the case. If not, then it's going to be after they get out of dry dock. So I hope that's not the case.
So that sounds like good progress. We're going to get something done before March or April, hopefully.
I hope so. Next update is the round table meeting that was held by Mari Torgerson. We had that last week. We brought in a bunch of vendors and entities, rental companies, and we pretty much explained to them about the no wake zone and the slow speed zones back in the back bay. We were able to provide them with some information to pass out to their rental companies, and we are also working on an app for them, like a QR code that they can click to be able to view what areas in our jurisdiction, when they're transiting on the water, and it relays to them, I guess, what speed zone they're in. So we're trying to work on things to make it a little bit user-friendly for the boaters. So, I just want to give all the, I just want to thank Mary for putting that together and getting all the entities together. I think it's been a great thing, and I think, I think it's cleared up a lot of misunderstanding from other people in the past, and it's just getting everybody on the same page, which I think is awesome. So, very, very happy with that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mary. We really appreciate her taking the helm on this and being willing to bring people together for a great discussion. Is there, I have a copy of what Mary provided after the meeting, just to get up to speed, but it looks like there are a couple of people who are taking the lead on this app and other things. John Good from the, what is he? Midwest, what is he? MIASWF. And then Jackie Lezick from the Chamber?
Chamber, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so any sort of timeline yet?
I'm not sure. I don't think there was a time frame put on it as of yet. So,
Okay.
but I know it's a work in progress right now.
Yeah.
They are working on it. So,
Any questions, comments on any of that, guys? Go ahead, John.
Just like you to share it out with the committee when you get a chance, please.
As far as Mary Torgerson goes, thank her very much. She's been on the local news the last couple of days, and she did express that in addition to the app, that maybe we would have something modified that would be printable to give to all the rentals, especially. Just seems like if we had something printable, it might be easier for them to hand out, rather than requiring an app. And I think she's working on modifying something that was already in the past. There's been a lot of maps that showed all the speed zones on them.
I assume that would maybe include a map? Good.
Curtis, can you just give us an update and remind us about the sign situation, the signage situation in the back bay? Are all the no-wake signs and slow-speed signs, they all have been replaced, and whose responsibility that is?
yes, absolutely. So, as per Lee County, along with FWC and LCSO, all the signs that are supposed to be up in the back bay are up. in there. Now, in that meeting, there was talks about maybe adding more signs down the road and stuff like that. But and who is responsible for those signs is going to be the county. Lee County is responsible for those. Because she has to make sure that the signs are up, so FWC and LCSO can enforce that. So if boats breaking that speed zone, they're backed up by the sign. Sorry, they're backed up by the sign that's there. So if there's no sign they can't hold them accountable. So yes, all that was double checked and everything, especially after these last two meetings that we've had. So, and that's what they said in the meeting you were in with too, correct, Chris? So, yeah. Okay. A couple more updates on my end here. Just want to let you know. Myself and Frankie met with Matanzas Inn. We are trying to negotiate our contract with them. We have our upland facilities with Matanzas, along with our docking spaces. We knew that there was going to be a little bit of a increase to that. We are trying to negotiate to see if we can get a little bit more out of them, meaning if there's a possibility that we could move into one of their vacant office spaces for our office. So we are looking at options to eventually get us out of the trailer and into a more permanent home here soon. And that might be for a temporary time until something else, permanent comes up. But the trailer has been good for the time being, but for almost a year and a half to 2 years, it's kind of getting a little long. We need something a little bit more permanent, more space to operate out of. So, and if I do have an office space, I can add more. I can provide the customers with more amenities. So I think that would help us, all the way around the house there. So, but I'll keep you updated when more comes of that. But that's all I have right now on that. So a couple in-house items here. So moving forward, all the agendas and everything are going to be able to be viewed, all meetings through the town, all the agendas will be able to be viewed on Civic Plus now.
On what, Civic Plus?
Yes.
Does that mean we'll stop getting packages, or we'll get meeting packages in addition to that?
So my team can still send them out. We'll still send them out, but you can also find them on Civic Plus. If you can't find it, it's always going to be there.
I'm not familiar with that portal. Maybe-
I can find the information and see how y'all can get access to it and stuff like that. So I figured that was going to be a question here today, so
Thank you.
not a problem. And then the town also has a new hire that is going to be taking down the minutes. So we ask that you, the next time that we do our meeting minutes, they might look a little bit different than what you're used to. So just please keep that in mind. And there might be some things we got to work through. So just please, be patient. If it looks a little bit different, don't worry. You know what I mean? So we'll get everything ironed out. But please, I was told to mention that to y'all. And I think that does it for right now, unless y'all have any questions or anything like that. I will say we have about 17 vessels in the back anchorage right now. Over this weekend, I think yesterday we had 52 boats in the mooring field. So, that increase is starting to happen now. So we're really excited about that. And also last week, a lot of the big topic, I feel like I need to mention this, but is the Helo tours. And the launch pad that was out, Estero Bay, right off of Pink Shell, right off from Bird Island there. Last week he moved his operation out in front of Bowditch, and it's on the other side of the Matanzas Pass channel. So he is outside of our jurisdiction. He's well outside the 1,000-foot. So, and that is what we asked him to do. So I think by moving him, the Murph meeting last week was kind of a big meeting. Everybody expressed their thoughts and feelings on that. I felt like he took that into consideration and moved his operation on his own. So the guy's really trying to make it work here. So
So whose jurisdiction is he in now?
the county's jurisdiction.
Okay. Go ahead, John.
Curtis, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
What is the status of the AAC rules and regulations document to the town council?
Yes, so that was passed up to Will. It's in the attorney's office. She knows that y'all are going to be asking about it. She is working very hard to get those approved to get us back to us. So I will be following up with Nancy this week. There's some things that I have to speak with her about. So that is on my list of things to talk to her. So, but I know that she is aware. I was hoping she was going to get them to me before this meeting, but.
And she's really just trying to figure out where to codify them. That was
Correct.
my understanding.
Correct.
They were approved as we presented them. They were presented to the council on December 1st, and, just kind of in Nancy's hands to figure out where they actually should reside. One suggestion I have is going forward, once those are codified, could we add those and then the 2026 objectives, which I will restate to everyone based on what I presented to the council, to the back of the agenda, so that every meeting we have those things at our fingertips and we can remember what our roles and responsibilities are and what we said we were going to be working on for the year. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes, absolutely. I like that idea.
What other questions for Curtis?
Yes, was there any progress on hiding air tags in all our boats so we could find them if they're stolen and not be too much Big Brother, but see where you all go during the day?
No, Sam, I have not moved on the air tags yet. That's something I can bring up to them and see if that's something that we can get. That's not a bad idea at all. So yes, absolutely. But I will say my budget. I am pinching pennies right now, and we're not even.
Just something for the future. And also,
Absolutely.
I noticed that not everyone's showing their anchor lights, and since we're not a designated anchorage, they are supposed to show their anchor lights. Do we have anything in our info that says be sure to display your anchor lights at night?
In our welcome packet for DACA, it states all rules and regulations to be followed, so that's something that I can add in there. I know that you're meaning anchor lights, you're meaning like the mast light on the sailboats and
Yeah,
and
exactly,
that, yeah.
for after dark.
Absolutely. I know majority of them do have them. I go over the bridge at night and I see them all lit up, especially in the morning as well. But I know there's probably a few that do not, I'm sure of it, so I can double check on that.
And I did notice, I'm not sure if they're compliant with the 2 miles or the 1 mile, whatever it is, but I did notice on Amazon for about $40, you can get a solar one that's supposed to stay on all night. So for the people who don't, if you want to recommend, that they get one,
Absolutely.
they probably could just order it online and be compliant.
Ted, I'm going to guess you want to talk about numbers, so in a second, I will kick it to you. Quick question, Curtis, do we have any applicants for our open spot? I understand there might be somebody in the portal?
We do not. We as what I've heard, I haven't heard that we have any applicants yet. So I don't know what you heard, but that was not
Okay, there may be somebody.
There may be somebody?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay, I can
yes.
double check. I did not ask that this morning, and I should have, so that's my fault. I do apologize, but I can follow up on that right after this meeting on that.
I would just say if anybody else is interested in applying for our open spot on the Anchorage Advisory Committee, get that in as soon as possible. I would hope that whoever is in the system right now, could be viewed by the council at their next meeting, and we can get our full group back together. Okay, Ted.
I agree.
Would you like to talk numbers
Could you pass that down
to Curtis?
Curtis.
Okay. Turn on your mic, my dear. There you go.
I've been reviewing, bringing up to date the occupational figures for May through December of last year. I'm missing November's data, but basically the occupation has been running 49% to 40% through those months. It's coming up to 50% in December. And that has been fairly regular. We'll continue to keep the monthly average occupancy recorded and forward to you.
So Ted, I see in some of your figures, you've done it as a percentage of 89 mooring balls, and we
Yes.
don't have 89 online, but on the other side, you have it as, you also show it as of 83?
Yeah.
Okay.
How many do we have in line then?
I'm sorry, how many do we have in line, Curtis? Do we have 89 in line or 83?
So, hold on.
Because we have 89 total, don't we?
6 is 83.
Yeah.
83, we have 82 in service right now.
Okay,
82.
Okay.
Okay, I'll rework this to
Okay.
reflect 82.
okay.
We're still running in the,
50.
50% range.
Right, 50 plus, yeah. Okay.
Curtis, I see you show revenue for this year compared to last year and the year before. It seems to be quite a bit of increase. Ted, do you agree with the revenue statements that,
I did not, I have misplaced that material, I don't know where, so I have not checked that yet.
so I assume these revenue statements are monthly, right? This is
Correct.
compared to last month.
Yes, correct.
So I'm seeing $22,083 in some cents for this past month compared to $17,767 for last year. So we're having a very good increase, it sounds like.
Correct, correct.
The trend is going the way we want it.
And part of that is due to the rate increase, I'm assuming.
A lot of it has to do with just volume and
Capacity, okay.
capacity of
Okay.
boats. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. But yes, obviously the increase does help. But right now I'm getting more dailies than I am monthly reservations. So, for like week reservations, long weekends, that kind of thing. That's what's hot right now. My monthlies are more in the off season. So that's what keeps us through the off season is our long-term people that are here year round. So that's why I was concerned with that monthly rate because we're gonna get the increase no matter what during the flux. But what I'm concerned is the off season of what keeps us through. I think that number of us raising the rates is going to hurt us more in the off season. We're going to see that reflect more in this coming off season is what I hope I'm wrong. I really do. But that number's going to hurt our people because, like I told you, we've had probably about 7 boats that were on the monthly rate that are now in the anchorage now. So
And remind me what's the monthly increase was?
it was $100.
$100 a month?
Yes.
Okay.
So now we were right at 450, 446 a month, and we increased it to 532 a month.
Okay.
I did notice on the report, ball number 13 had 2 different boats on it for the month, and they both were there 31 days. I don't have it in front of me. Do you guys have it in front of you? So what happened with that? And that's what you emailed that has the ball number and number 13. The fifth one down and about the 20th down. So that one, and then,
Dreammaker
13.
and Libertad.
yes.
Well, the next page also has contingency in 13. I mean, if I'm following this correctly.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I'm not sure. I have to go back through and find out why it's doing that. I know that those are both vessels that we have in the field and our long-term vessels, so I don't know if that space, that shouldn't be 13. That
Might be a
look-
typo from different ball or something.
'cause I know we both have them, but they shouldn't be on the same, they shouldn't be showing the same ball, so.
Thanks.
What other questions for Curtis? Or about general operations? You feeling good about the start to the year, start to the season?
I am. Yeah, the season's already upon us. It's
Yes, I
already
know.
here. I feel like that happened before we went on the holidays, so for us, that's, we've been feeling it already, so.
And you're fully staffed and everybody loves the new boat?
I am not fully staffed. We're still working on a part-time individual and that thing, so we are working on hiring that person. Supposed to be working with HR a lot this week, so the town's been backed up with other hires right now, so we hope to have that person filled here very, very soon. Any other questions you'll have for me or anything else? We're just trying to get ready for this second round of cold weather we have coming.
I
So we did have that bad storm on Sunday. I will add that, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before last. We had a storm come through the island. It was a front that came through. It was packing a little bit of a water spout as well with it. The weather dropped real quick. It got real cold real fast, and I had about 50 knot winds come through the field. Boats were blowing sideways, mooring balls were getting sucked under the water. We had one vessel, its lines parted from the mooring field. It is now anchored down outside of Snookbite, and it is going through the derelict vessel process. So that is one of the vessels that I had issues with when I first took this job. So, so we are in the process of working and getting that vessel removed. So, never want that to happen, but it was kind of a blessing in disguise as well.
Did our line breach or their line breach?
Their line breached because
Was that on the 18th, and was that just the north end of the island? Because I don't think we got anything like that on the south end.
It was really windy.
yeah, I think
Well,
it was
must've
through the
been-
whole island. I think
must've been
Naples got
before
some
we
of it
landed.
too and everything. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it was. I was out in the water when it happened, so that's why I was telling you. So I saw the whole events and everything like that. But no, the Coast Guard helped us out a lot on that. So big thank you to them. They were busy that day. So, but that's all I
Curtis,
have. Yes, sir. Go
Is it
ahead.
accurate to say during that incident, all the hardware that's under our responsibility maintained itself? There was no failures? so
Absolutely,
It handled it as the way it should?
absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. How about member items? Ed, do you have anything?
Nope, I have nothing additional at this time.
Okay. Ted?
I have nothing at this time.
Okay. John?
One thing here. When we had our last new public information officer join the town, we invited her to a meeting and had an interaction trying to help her understand what we would like to see distributed in information, mostly on social media. Now that we have a new PIO, I would suggest that we invite the new PIO back and repeat that process so we can all be on the same page. And I don't know how would that happen through you, Curtis?
Yes, sir. I can make that happen. Not a problem.
Great. Yep, great idea. Thank you. Sam?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank Beach Talk Radio. They had Mary Torgerson on, if anybody didn't see it. They had her on this weekend with the No Wake Zone, and thank her because she's been really active. But most importantly, wanted to thank Jim Adderholt for being our liaison for all these years and all his service. A great guy, but great communicator and great problem solver, and I think he served us well. So I just wanted to thank him.
Absolutely.
That, Curtis, is there any update on a liaison that's going to be offered our way from council?
I have not heard anything as of yet.
My understanding is they may be waiting until they fill the council seat to determine who takes what committee assignments. That's just my understanding as of today. Go ahead.
And one more item, I was discussing with Curtis just before the meeting. There's House Bill 164, if you just want to jot it down. Florida HB 164 deals with anchored vessels, and everybody might want to read it over. It's pretty interesting about anything that's within 1 mile of an anchorage area, and this might be pertinent to our derelict votes, and Curtis can explain it better now or later, how it will help him police the fields and even the stuff that's not in our jurisdiction.
Any comments on that now, Curtis, or shall we wait?
No, I can comment a little bit about it now. So
It's complicated.
it is a little bit complicated. I'm working with FWC on this, and I have talked with them several times about vessels in our area that have been abandoned, or especially in the anchorage areas where I have 2 sunken vessels over there right now, but they are going through the process now. So those vessels have been tagged, and so what happens is now the FWC, they are holding the owners accountable now for these vessels. So they're trying to track down the owners, hold them accountable, and it's a whole legal process that we have to go through. So it just doesn't happen in a couple months. If you remember the vessel that sank on our mooring ball 47, it was about a year ago. It took them about a year to recover the vessel. So just know, people see that there's boats out there sunk and stuff like that, but little do they know they're already tagged and are already going through the process. It's just got to be a little bit patient. I understand it's, people want them removed right away, and that's not going to be the case, especially with the legal process with the owners of the derelict vessels.
Is this bill designed to speed that process up, or what exactly is the purpose of the new bill?
I think it's more or less to hold the owners accountable, for us to clean up our waters and for us to remove the vessels. So I'm not going to speak too much on that, because I'm still working on my complete understanding out of it. Maybe one meeting I can ask FWC to come in here and give us a full explanation about it, if y'all would like. But I hope to have more information about this in the next meeting. Like I said, I'm working with them right now on the vessel that broke free. So, it's a learning process for me for this whole derelict and abandoned vessel, because it seems like every time I call them, I get something new. So I think they're trying to figure it out just as much on their end as we are as well. So
this House bill has been passed, or is still in the proposal
No.
process? It has been passed.
it has been passed, yes, sir.
There's a couple other real quick items in there. It discusses, it's out of our jurisdiction, but there's an available permit. I'm not sure if it's required or not, that they discuss in there. The other main thing that they discuss in there is that like we require a boat to be mechanically sound and able to be moved, they are requiring that, and it discusses, on-site inspections of that by whoever the authorities are, but that should help us be able to contact authorities to clean up some of these areas we don't control.
Anything else, Sam? Okay. I just have a couple of things, just a quick overview of what I presented to the council on December 1st, which I sent you in some recap notes, but just going over that. Talk to them about our roles and responsibilities, and as we talked about, that will now be in Nancy's hands to figure out how we codify that. Also talked about our objectives for 2026, which I will make sure that I resend to everybody. But basically, supporting the efforts to have a fully functional mooring field, drive and support educational, promotional, and marketing efforts, and partner on discussions and activities associated with related future efforts. There's some bullet points to those things, but I'll make sure that we all have those so that we can, keep those front and center and make sure that we continue to be aligned. I also gave props to Mary Torgerson for the wake, no wake meetings that we talked about, but that's basically what I covered. Also reiterated my thanks for their approval of us doing the Cruisers Appreciation Day coming up. So if there's nothing else, we can move on to Cruisers Appreciation Day assembly and go through the information that I provided you guys and just make sure. Oh, and my mic's not on, so hopefully people could still hear me somehow. Okay, thank you. Got the thumbs up from the control room. So, Sam, I know you wanted to go first.
Sure.
Oh, go.
One of each of these real quick.
Sam, the menu man.
Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
I did contact Chef Rizzo at Snug Harbor and Nicole over there, and they were receptive. I told them to put the date aside. They said to reserve it as soon as possible. So I just want to maybe get a motion on this real quickly about the menu. So is there one of the plain ones? I'll take one of those back, Ed, please. The laminated is exactly what we used last year, and the one that's not laminated is what he sent me, which is real similar to what they used last year. The first item, they did not want to do the pear and blue cheese salad. We discussed that last year. It's too hard for them to prepare. The grouper sandwich on the bottom of the non-laminated sheet, I think we discussed last year it was going to be out of the price range. I would suggest that we go for the 25, the exact same thing we did last year, which is on the laminated menu. It seemed to have enough for everybody, and it included tax tip and the drinks. So if I could get our approval today to move forward to sign, I think I signed an agreement with them. We have a $2,000 minimum. It's $25 per plate, and similar to last year. So if we could get something for me to go forward, and I'm going to meet with them probably in the next day or two and firm it up.
Sam, sorry for being confused, but what menu are we going with? The
We're going to go with the
laminated one?
laminated one,
Okay.
and it's the exact same one as last year, and it looks like they have all those still available.
And what's with the other menu?
The other one is what he sent me about just their general event menu. And the reason we excluded the grouper sandwich was it was going to be over the budget, and if everyone ordered that, it wouldn't be much of a moneymaker for them. And the pear and blue cheese salad, he said it takes too long to prepare. The other thing I wanted to mention is I'm gonna ask him if we can do the same as we did last year. The event is noon to 3. If we could have our food available for staff and our members and vendors at 11 a.m., if we could start eating at 11 a.m., that seemed to work out pretty good.
Curtis, is that an agreement that you need to sign rather than Sam? I just don't know what the,
I can't remember what we did last year. I'll find out what we did last
okay,
year.
okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure that there's a town.
Yeah, I'll ask. I can't, I'm not sure who signed that
Okay,
last year, so.
okay. Yeah, if you.
But I'll take care of that with Sam and
sounds
everything and get that.
Does anybody
Get
have
that squared
any
away.
comments about the menu? Everybody good with going with the 4 menu items we had last year for the 25 all-in? That seemed to work really well.
I think that's a good proposal, but Sam, can you remind me, Does this menu include any drinks or?
Yeah, the menu includes the meal, the drink, tax, and tip. So it's all inclusive for $25.
Yes, I think you said that already. Thank
No,
you.
that's good.
Yeah.
And when we're done with the motion, if you could pass back the laminates, I'll use them again.
Did you want a motion on this, accepting the menu? Yeah, I'll move to accept the menu as presented by Sam.
Second? I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good
All right,
job.
I'll
Thank you,
report
Sam.
back on that next meeting.
Okay. Sam, do you want to go through the other things that have your name on it? And you
Yes,
can
please.
let me know what will work, what won't work? I think on page 3, you've got some things.
Yep, I've got things on page 3, cruiser's outline. So I will do the meal,
Right?
and I will do the Snug Harbor. I would like to do Matanzas Inn hotel voucher, Matanzas Restaurant voucher and gift.
The PD's upper deck, or you want to do the new one?
I'll do both of them.
Okay,
And the hotel, I will do, we got a hotel room last
Okay.
year. I will do, and then the other 3 affiliated restaurants, Snug Harbor, Wahoo Willie's, and SOB. And I
Ner-
have a really busy month, so what I would like someone else to maybe do this year is the permit. And whatever else I'm on the list for, I think I'm on for Beach Whale, but I'd like somebody else maybe to take over everything that I didn't mention.
okay, so you need somebody to do Nervous Nellies, Whale, Sandy Bottoms, and Lighthouse Yucatan?
Yes.
Okay. I will take the Whale. Anybody have any affiliation with Nervous Nellies or Lighthouse? Okay, not, I can take those. Okay,
Is this list in our packet, is this what the businesses or organizations, is this what they gave us last year?
yes,
Okay.
yep.
So let's try to go for that. Let's try to go for that, or at the very least.
Yeah, or something else.
One more item on there. Chris, can you assign somebody to contact Beach Talk Radio?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And they'll probably be at Wahoo Willie's on
Yep.
the Sunday and be able to just come over.
Yep,
Thanks.
well, I'll be that liaison like I was last year and get that done.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, so, permit. Curtis, I can work with you on the permit, if that works. Is that okay? Okay.
I mean, the biggest thing is just going through the permit process that the town has, and we have people in permitting
Okay.
to help you do that. How I can guide you who to get with to do that and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, let me know when I need to start that.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Jennifer, we had assigned to organize our nonprofits, as she did last year. So, Curtis, could you reach out to Jennifer and confirm and just ask her the question if we can count on her to do that? And if she has any questions or suggestions about the list that we had? She did a great job.
I
Yes.
have a question on that.
Yeah.
Did we provide the nonprofits with a free meal
We
last
did.
year?
Yep.
I would suggest, and we had enough, we did very well with the nonprofits last year, but I would suggest a $25 fee for the nonprofits to participate, and that would, that would cover one meal. How many meals are we giving them?
I
And
think-
we give them 2?
I think we gave them 2.
I think we gave them to, and Ed, I agree with you. Most of our money went out. We spent more on our vendors last year than we did on our actual Anchorage patrons.
Right, right.
So if we give 2 meals, I would suggest a $50 charge. And I might add that not all, but some of the nonprofits were selling merchandise and whatnot, so they were also using it as a fundraiser for themselves as well.
Okay, Just,
I wonder what, where the Coast Guard fits in the, auxiliary fits as a nonprofit or some other category.
Well, I guess I just said nonprofit to try and describe the group of vendors, but I would say all vendors.
If I would suggest something, it may be hard to collect a fee. It may be hard for Jennifer to recruit as many people. So maybe instead of the fee, maybe instead of giving 2 meals to each table, we gave 1 meal to each table. Just because I hate to charge them for a fee, because they're really helping us by being there. But for $50 for each of the there were 20
Yeah.
vendors. That got expensive.
Yeah, the $25, I would be fine with the 25. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
recover her
Right,
costs. I'm just trying to
exactly.
Yep.
look at this whole thing
Yeah.
and our costs and
Yeah.
I know we still have some money in the bank from last year that should be able to cover this
Pretty much
year's,
all of it,
but
yep.
we'd like to keep that going. And it is a benefit to the nonprofit. And with that being said, I wonder if we couldn't market this a little bit differently than, that it's more than just hosting the cruisers. And this is kind of more of a community event where we're giving educational resources to the waters, and wonder if we can't market that a little bit more this year.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think we can build on what we did last year, and we certainly want all of our cruisers to participate. We moved it up a couple of weeks so that we could get more people involved, but, we keep the essence of that. But as was shown, people wanted to come to this. The nonprofits, it was a great opportunity for them to showcase to whomever was there, including our cruisers. So are you all amenable if then we don't charge a fee, but we give just 1 meal per table with the option for them to buy additional meals at $25, which we offer to the public as well?
I do have a question. Ted, you have experience. Would the Coast Guard Auxiliary be able to do that, or are we gonna wind up discouraging what we're calling
I don't think they would. It's not in the budget. It would have to be passed. They might. I could put it forward to see if they could do so. We do occasionally think, trying to think, it's possible they would, yeah, okay.
We kind of changed our thought process there, John. So, I mean, are you okay if we don't charge a fee, but we just give 1 meal per table, which is sort of the same kind of thing?
Oh, I'm sorry, you missed that. That is the revision. We don't
Yeah,
charge.
we don't charge,
But
but
we reduce
Yeah,
to
we'll just
1
give
meal.
1 meal per table and give them the opportunity, if they have more volunteers than that, to pay for additional meals.
I'm not for that, but I'm not certainly 1 vote. I can't hold it up, but I'm
your
just trying to get us to break
Yes,
even on these
absolutely.
things, yes. So, I mean, would taking away the free meal would anybody have a problem with that? I mean, it's $25. It's,
And if we can get more cruisers to show up, we can take that money that we're saving, part of it or all of it, towards the cruisers. We did not have a lot of cruisers show up last year, so hopefully we can at least double that attendance, and that would be quite a chunk.
And Sam, can you remind me, I believe at Snug, they wanted a minimum amount of meals?
Minimum is 2,000, so that's 80 meals, and last year, we fell short. I think we did 73 or 74. They did not charge us for those extra meals. They charged us 25 times the 75, or we went under a little. They were, pretty good with that.
How about this? I mean, I really would like Jennifer to weigh in on this, since she was the liaison with the nonprofit. So what about, Curtis, if you can confirm with Jennifer that she will manage the nonprofits, and let her know we want to have a discussion about either charging a fee or reducing the number of meals, to make sure that, we are using our money wisely for the cruisers that we want to support. I would assume that, when nonprofits do other community events, when they participate at some of the farmers markets, that they do pay some sort of a fee. So I don't know if this is out of the ordinary, but I would like her input on that, if you guys are good with waiting till next meeting.
I certainly would like Jennifer's input on that as well.
Okay.
I think that we can wait for all this stuff for next meeting, and I'll go ahead and reserve with our $2,000 minimum, what we had last year, and then we can discuss this next meeting when Jennifer's here, and just mill over all those ideas.
Yeah, I think that's great.
I mean, I really think we are ahead of schedule, or we're more prepared
Well.
this time than last year. This time
Yes.
versus where we were at this time last year, right? So,
We have a more of a lather, rinse, and repeat, plus adding
Correct.
on benefits than we did last year. So, Curtis, have you been able to reach out to some of your vendors to see if they would support us monetarily?
yes, I have not reached out to the big vendor that we got a big donation from last year, but I can reach out to him this week. But I haven't reached out to a whole lot of people yet, but it seems like the people that have helped us out, besides the one, besides the contractor, it should be a repeat, hopefully, so.
Okay. Go, Sam.
And Chris, can we get somebody assigned for the permit? It should be pretty easy. Last year I worked, are you going to do that?
Yep.
Great. And last year I worked with Debbie, so she should have a file on that.
Okay. John?
We had a wonderful Cruisers Appreciation Day sponsor letter last year. Do we have something similar for nonprofit organizations?
It's in your package.
No, the sponsor letter. No, I don't, I'm assuming that Jennifer put something together, so, Curtis, I'll put together kind of a list of things to ask Jennifer. Yeah, we got the sponsor letter, but there was something that I think Jennifer sent to the nonprofits to tell them what was going on, and I don't know that I have a copy of it. I'll look for it. Go ahead.
I'll look at my file for Cruisers Appreciation Day. I saved everything from last year, so I could possibly have that.
Okay.
And if I do, I'll send it out to everybody.
Okay.
If you don't have it, and I don't remember it from last year, but it's not in my notes. Should we ask Jennifer to have something prepared to discuss at next meeting?
Yeah, we can do that. Like I said, I'll put together a
Your
recap of
recap.
the meeting and, some steps for things that we need to confirm with Jennifer that Curtis needs to talk to her
A-
about.
And what I'll do as well is I'll put together a email together with all the information that I have from last year's Cruisers Appreciation Day, meaning like sponsor letters, all the meat and potato documents that I have, so.
Okay. So the sponsor letter that was in your packet should be good to go, the clean one. I do need to update the time. I have the wrong time on there. It should be 12 to 3 on the 27th, but other than that, this is an approved sponsor letter, so I will revise that and resend to you guys.
So, no, I think that's good. But risk of harping on the nonprofit letter, I'd like to see the committee approve that before it is engaged
Yeah.
with nonprofits.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
What if I could step back? Slow to catch up, but thinking of the Coast Guard the Coast Guard Auxiliary as one instance, they go everywhere and at no charge, and they don't get fed. And I'm thinking about the nonprofits, they go everywhere, and as far as I know, they don't get fed at other places. And it seems like to me that maybe giving all those meals out may not be positive, because I suspect that not all of them ate them. We are short of the required amount, and I would think that that may be an area where we need to reevaluate whether we give out all those meal tickets. In the past, I asked Sam, did we give out meal tickets in the past?
We never had that many vendors, I don't think. I think we just gave them to town council and spouses,
Right.
our committee, and there were a couple others, but we didn't have vendors before last year. We only had we had the Bambi tent, or the
So
the
they bought their
trailer,
own, everybody
Roxy.
bought their own meals except the cruisers.
Right.
And,
And the staff
And
and
some
town
VIPs.
council.
yeah, and
Yeah.
is
We-
it reasonable to return to that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think we can.
No, we could go back to that.
I just want to get, Jennifer's input on what an expectation
I'm
might
interested
be.
to hear what Jennifer has to say about that too, and I think that if you were to charge them a fee, it would discourage them from participating. But at the same time, I mean, we're playing with the town's money here, and every single department has had to tighten the belt, and if we can still get their participation without giving them a free meal, I think that would be a positive.
And I would consider Beach Talk Radio for the meals. I think they only used one of them because they're setting up. He's emceeing the whole thing, so I'd like to include him as part of the staff and the program.
So, I mean, the VIPs that we had last year that we provided meals to were the Mooringfield boaters, up to 4 from Vessel, our committee and a guest, town council members and a guest, Marine Ops staff and a guest, and BTR and a guest. Does anybody have any issues with that? Nope, okay. All right, so Curtis, you're gonna reach out to some of your vendors to see. Can we go to page 3 and maybe walk through some of the in-kind sponsors to engage, aside from the ones that were associated with Sam? John, can we go through yours and see if you're good with those?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Friends of Lover Key,
Absolutely.
okay. We got the Islander,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. And anything else you want to add there?
Be happy to support assist you in any
Okay.
additional tasks that you took on this year.
Okay. All right, I might swing a few your way. Would you be okay with doing Nervous Nellies?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
No relationship with them, but
Okay.
I can approach them.
And how about Yucatan Lighthouse? Would you do that one?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Okay. Ed, you had the Women's Club?
I don't recall having any of these last year, but that's just fine.
Okay. Is that
There's
okay?
a lot of things I don't recall, I guess, but.
Okay. Is that one okay with
The
you?
Women's Club is fine.
Okay.
What else do you have? The Community Foundation, I know somebody on that.
Okay,
Friends of Mound House, I think I can work that out, and the Pancake House, if that's all you've got for me,
that's all I got.
I think that, yeah, I can easily handle doing that.
Okay. I can do all of the ones that I have. And, Ted, you had something from Snookbite. Do you want to do that
I'll
again?
do that one again,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to approach the storage area at Santini Plaza.
Okay.
Any way we could add Leg Nose
Yeah.
and Freaky Boutique?
Who wants to take those? Would you like those, John?
I'll take them on.
Okay, thank you.
Probably need a little more details from Sam on who they are.
Leg Nose is the new Italian restaurant, and Freaky Boutique is
It's
kind of a
everything.
gift, yeah, food.
So we're
It's all
talking
in
about-
Santini.
We're
It's all
talking-
in Santini.
Okay,
Yep,
vendors in Santini.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah. Well, and I suppose, we could add Badass Coffee, because they're there.
Hardware store.
Yeah, hardware store. I'm just gonna put you on Santini.
Okay.
You tell me if that's too much. Okay. I think we've all got our assignments, and if we could make progress on that by next meeting in February, let us know where you are with gathering those things. I think we will be in super good shape. And then we can start working on day of event things. But in the
I
meantime,
don't think it's pertinent right now, but Beach Talk Radio has no problem paying for their own meal.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's $25, and I believe last year he gave us a donation as well,
he did.
so.
He didn't, I don't think he even used his free meal.
He probably didn't, but I just wanted to let you know that he's fine without
Well.
getting a free meal. Yep.
I think we can give him a free burger or something.
Well, he mentioned that his wife eats a lot, but
Yes, I
I
know.
don't think she was even there.
Yeah, she'd probably eat the salad, because, that's what she does. Okay, so I feel like we are in pretty good shape. The sort of outstanding items, working on the permit, I'll do that with Curtis's help. I will tighten up the sponsor letter. I'll put together a list of things that we need to confirm with Jennifer, including some sort of a letter or communication to the nonprofits that we want to make sure that we all get to see before it is sent out. We'll talk to her next time about how she feels about charging the vendors or what the best way is to do that. And we'll all go out and try to get some in-kind sponsors for the giveaways.
My sponsor letter's correct, noon to 3. That was the last email that we got, I think. Is that correct? The one that I have?
Yeah, I don't know how.
That was just
No,
on
but that's
the
the
last attachment.
April 12th. Are we on April?
Yeah, 2026. I think everything's correct on that.
Oh,
So
okay. All right.
double check. That was the email that, the last package we got.
Okay, I gotta fix it.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, somehow I didn't get one either, and I generated it. Okay, because April 12th, 2026 is our date. 12 to 3 p.m. Okay, I'll make sure that whatever is sent out is the updated right one. Thank you very much, Sam.
And just to confirm, Madam Chair, we'll get that quickly, right?
Yes, yes.
So we can get started on this.
Yeah, so I will make sure that something is ready to send to you guys by the end of this week. Sound good? Whew. We are so ahead of the game.
One more thing.
Yes.
Hey, I just wanted to announce that February 4th, or Chris, update me on this, the Hazmat Day. There's a Hazmat Day for the town that's going to be at Bay Oaks. And it may be something we want to get just as a notice to the people out in Anchorage if they have paint or something like that. I have 2 dates for it. I have February 4th and February 24th. And it's been going back and forth. I think Murph mentioned it and town, it was
Okay.
mentioned a bunch of times, but it's coming up before our next meeting.
Okay.
So if there's anything on that that we want to tell our voters about, just
Uh,
getting rid of their old paint or
Okay.
hazmat stuff, it's going to be at Bay Oaks, save everybody a trip in town.
Everybody,
So-
you know about it?
So what's important, I think, if it's possible, will they be able to handle expired pyrotechnics, flares, such?
Whatever they handle on Metro Parkway, I think they're going to handle here. And I think Dave Nussbaum mentioned it, so Dave may have
Okay.
information on it. If not, I'm sure Will probably has the info on it.
Okay.
I think getting that information out to our voters, our clients in the morning field would be wonderful, because it's always an issue on how to dispose of those properly. And then, of course, Coast Guard Auxiliary can probably distribute some of that information too, and I'll make sure that United States Power Squadron locally will distribute it as soon as I get that information back to you. That's always something that's hard for voters to handle.
Not sure about the date, but
Coming
if
up?
it's February 4th, it's coming up quick. If it's February 24th, a little more time.
Somebody send out a message as to when it's gonna occur.
Is that something that you can put on the DACWA app or something that would automatically go to?
Yeah, I can definitely let the noters know about it. But yeah, once I figure out the details about this, it's same as the first time I'm hearing about it. So
I guess one other thing that voters might be interested in is that the Friends of the Library have a book sale coming up this Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 2, I believe, each day. You can, for $10, you can get a bag full of books. So if that's something that people like to do when they're sitting on their boat, that would be something to let them know about. Selfishly, since I'm on the library board, so, yeah.
And it's a
sounds good.
Yeah, I
That's a
can't
great
wait.
thing.
I love books. Okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about with Cruisers Appreciation Day?
No, not until I think
Okay.
it's very important to have Jennifer in that
Yep.
discussion.
Yep, okay. Public comment? I do not see anybody here for public comment. Next agenda, the items that I would have are reporting on our progress for Cruisers Appreciation Day, and perhaps thinking about some additional planning meetings in March if we need to just make sure that we can get all of our ducks in a row. And then, this isn't really for the agenda, but adding the objectives and the roles and responsibilities to the back of the agenda so that we have that. Is there anything else we'll need to discuss that's not normal? All right. Well, this is one of our zippiest meetings. Way to go, guys.
Our next meeting is February 23rd.
Correct.
Monday, 9 o'clock.
It is. So, would anyone like to adjourn us?
Okay, I'll do that. I'll move to adjourn.
Okay. Second?
Second by Sam.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. All right. We are adjourned at 10:05. Thanks so much, everyone.